Hi there.
Hello everyone, welcome to another Flying Frog video. Today on the marketplace arrived the Britten Norman Trilander. I have hovered over the buy button all day, wondering, should I buy this aircraft, shouldn't I buy this aircraft? And as you can see, I ended up pushing the button. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in and have a look. And what I will say though first is Dutch from the Predator says, "You are one ugly mother," and I agree. It is ugly. It looks like someone took to it with the ugly stick and bashed it severely. So that out of the way, let's get in and have a closer look. Now as you can see so far, we've got a lot of add-ons, as in the steps for getting in and out of the aircraft. It's got a stand. Obviously when they're loading up an aircraft it doesn't drop back down. We can see that there's some cargo in the cargo hold here, which is open at the moment, which really looks really good actually. I feel that it's a nice little addition, whilst I do feel the graphics is not clear. As you can see, it just looks a little bit out of focus. It's just something not quite right. The rust lines around the bottom of this cargo hold here where the screws are, that looks good, nicely done. But also too, there are some things that I feel is lacking, and for the amount of money we've paid for this today, I am disappointed, to be honest with you. As you guys know, that the Britten Norman Islander, the standard twin version, came in as my number one favourite aircraft. And I had high hopes for this one. I thought that maybe black box simulations could have, you know, lifted the game a bit, upped it, you know, but I'm looking at some of this and I'm just going, no, it's out of focus, it's not quite right. We'll get in here and have a look. See the graphics itself, it's pixelating already. That looks terrible, out of focus. The panel lines here, it's like they've not been quite rendered properly. So that is disappointing. So what we'll do is we'll get a bit further around. We'll have a look actually inside first. And just have a look at the inside here. Again, not too bad. Very, very, very long cabin. Extremely long. As you can see, it can seat a number of people. Now this plane is actually classed as fully loaded, but you don't see any passengers, which is a shame. But it, with the cargo versions, you do see cargo in it. And while I talk about other versions, there are four other versions of this aircraft, including the cargo. And I think there's approximately 24 liveries off the top of my head. So, and now we'll get in here and we get a lot of engine covers, a lot of safety tags that go along with it, which is good. Now, see the line around the spinner there? It's not been straightened up. They've not done anything with that. Again, that is disappointing. Now, I will tell you, the price of this aircraft was 50 Australian dollars, $49.95. And for $49.95, I expect a little bit better. This is an overpriced aircraft at the moment. I do not feel, from what I've seen so far, that this aircraft is worth the $49.45. So I hope it flies well, because at the moment graphically, they've just let me down a little bit, I think. They had the opportunity to do something better and they failed. Everything just looks slightly out of focus. You know, the wording here on the tyre is out of focus. It's not right. But anyway, let's get further on around. Let's come up here. Now see the tail here. The pixelation in the Great Barrier Reef Airlines. You know, I feel that's not acceptable. This is a brand new aircraft that's been released. And it's like, hello, we're going to take you for a ride and we're going to charge you $50 for it. The rivet lines around this rear motor is perfectly fine. I'm happy with that. That's fine. But yeah, anyway. And there is some cargo in that rear cargo hold as well. So, which is, again, that's nicely modelled. I appreciate that. And I appreciate that the fact that they've gone and put all these stands and steps around, safety tags, and so on and so forth. So I think that at the moment we've seen enough on the outside. Let's hop on in and have a look at the cockpit. Excuse me, mister, I'm going to have to hop in that seat. Okay, here's the cockpit, and it's nicely laid out. Again, very similar to the Britten Norman Islander 2, the twin version. Almost identical, as a matter of fact. There's just a few slight little differences. We do have our window here that does open up, as in the twin Norman Islander. But also, what they've gone and added here is they've gone and give us an clipboard. Spit it out, Sean. Now, one thing that's a bit disappointing is we cannot unclip this board to bring it closer. So we've got to do this. We've got to stick our face in at it to read. And these are all the things we do. So before we take off, we need to get rid of untick all of these or uncross them. Okay. Now, I will tell you now that the aircraft will not start with those marked. They all have to be unmarked for this aircraft to start. So, okay. Now, let's close the doors, which is here. Again, some nice sounds. That's not too bad. I'm happy with that. Now, starting this one is exactly the same as the twin Britten Norman Islander. Okay, so on the dash here we have our mixtures, which is different to the twin. The twin is all down here. Okay, but on this triple, it's up here. And this, I suppose, is what makes this aircraft unique in to buy, is the fact that it is a triple, even though it has been hit with the ugly stick. And you will notice too, if you do purchase this aircraft, that it has a very long nose with the wings have been pushed all the way back. The reason why the wings are pushed back is so it can get CG. So there we go. Now, right, I digress. Let's get this thing started. So again, our batteries are here. Now what I have done is I've put in a course in just to fly up to Sydney. So what we'll be doing is just taking a flight here from here in Shell Harbour up to Sydney. While we're travelling up that way, I'll be giving you a few outside views, things like that. I'm not going to worry about doing a stall test. This one's pretty well benign with its flight characteristics. It's very easy to fly. Okay, now our fuel taps are all on. Okay, I wish that the developers would turn them off so we can at least go through a proper cold dark start. And actually, talking about that before I do get any further, again, another one is the checklist. Click on it, it's blank. What the? We don't get a checklist? Come on. That's lazy. Right. So, let's get this one started. We have our sun visors as well on both sides, and that window opens. So but that's pretty well most of the bells and whistles, in all honesty. Right, now let's close this mixtures. Let's change the prop pitch. Now we need to get our clear prop. Now I can't show you the motor starting because it's a long way behind me. Alright. Turned on, yes. External power. They're all off. Are all my doors closed? They all look to be closed. Interesting. Fuel pump's on. We have power. It's telling me there's no power. Right. Okay, try that one again. Magnetos. Let's turn them all on. Let's go for this one. Okay. I got no idea why this one decided not to start. And we'll do our rear one. Okay, we are started. Now as you can see, the window's open, so what we can do is we can just close it down and it quietens up. Again, as in the twin Britten Norman Islander. Right, so what we'll do is I'll get going and I'll come back to you guys on the end of the runway for the takeoff. Now this one is fully loaded, does feel it's got a little bit of weight, but nothing like you would expect from with the feel. It just feels like it's half loaded rather than fully loaded when you're getting going. But anyway, see you at the end of the runway. Okay, here we are at the end of the runway. Now we'll just get ready to take off. Put some of that on. Now I want to go to flight level of... Is it woken up yet? Not yet, it's still waking up. 3,000 feet should do it. Right, let's get some lights on. And beacons. Now if you guys don't remember, or you can go and check out my Britten Norman Islander twin review. A lot of that is going to be very similar to this one. This one's going to fly very similar. Maybe you have a slightly higher speed, maybe a slightly higher climb speed, but on the whole I'm feeling as though this one's going to be very similar to that. Now so here, these blue switches are all your de-icing, and we have a little bit of de-icing as well down here for the motors. Okay, and then you want to check out how your motors are going with revs and stuff like that. You've got your dials here. Alright, now It's a standard Garmin 530 GPS with the MKIII Autopilot. A lot of you guys will be familiar with that, so there won't be an issue with that. Very reliable in the way it goes. So now, okay, let's get these ones turned off. We don't need these fuel pumps anymore. Rear engine power failure. Right. Let's get that on. First stage flaps. Nice sounds. Nice sounds. Rear engine fail flashing light. Well, I don't think it has failed because it's working. Nice sound. It definitely sounds different to the twin, which is good. It does feel like, now we're rolling, it does feel like it's heavier. As you can see, she's coming up nicely. Let's kick back the throttle a little bit. Okay. And let's get it trimmed. And she does trim fairly easily as well, which is good. Like the twin. Alright. I don't know why we're getting that engine fail light anyway, because I know it's working, because I can see that. So we'll turn that off. Gets rid of the flashing light. Rightio. Now let's turn on our Autopilot. Oh yes, don't forget to change it to GPS. That is most important, particularly for me. Now this thing is capable of climbing fairly steadily at 1,000 feet per minute, which is pretty good. So, yeah, now then I think it may want to go and turn around back because it thinks I may have missed a point. So, some GPSs do that. Why it does it, I don't know. But it's going to go, okay, no worries. Now it'll probably swing off to the right in a second. Okay. So the autopilot wanted me to go back out to the climb out position, and now it's decided it's going to go back and follow the flight plan. Why it does that, I do not know. But there you go. As you can probably see now, flying over, but this is, let's adjust the positioning a little bit. This is the view that you get out of the window, which is pretty good. I like the view that you do get. And that's one thing that these Britten Norman Islanders do. They do have a good view out the side window, which is quite good. So what I'll do while I'm flying along is I will go along and give you some views, obviously, of the outside. And as you can see behind us there, the seats all pretty much the same. The roof lining looks much better than on the twin, so they've improved that. The dash is up to pretty good standard. That's fine. I'm happy with that. That all looks good. I'm happy with that. Flight characteristics feel fine. Apart from the autopilot taking me back to the climb out point, you know. But anyway, what we'll do is I'll step on outside and just do some videoing of the outside for you. Okay, we're approaching Sydney. Sydney's just on our 11 o'clock. That's where we will be landing. While I'm just going along here, I will give you some of my thoughts. Like I've said before, this was $49.95 on the marketplace, which is about 33, 34 American dollars, and around about 31 euro. In all honesty, whilst this aircraft flies very well, it behaves like the twin Britten Norman Islander, I don't think it is worth the $50. It's left wanting as far as I'm concerned, and I think it should be below the $40 Australian mark, in all honesty. Yes, it flies very well, its handling characteristics are very good, the sounds are very good, but I feel that the graphics have let it down, the modelling detail has let it down, and particularly now with the aircraft that is coming out, the standard of our aircraft that we are now purchasing for less has improved. The Honda Jet that recently came out, developed by one person, was less than this one. You take the Parallel 42's Kit Fox, little less than this one, but quality wise absolutely fantastic. You know, you can't complain about the quality of the aircraft itself, and the modelling and the detailing. So I think that oh, look at that, someone's buzzing me. I'm being buzzed. There you go. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I just feel as though that you know, black box simulations have kind of dropped the ball a little bit with this one. They had the opportunity to make it better, and they didn't. They made it about the same, in all honesty. So, but anyway, look, that's my final thoughts on that. What I'll do though is I'll land this one, and then I'll end the video, because do I regret buying? I'll go through my usual questions. Do I regret buying this one? Yeah, I do. Even though I agonised it over it all day. Let's just kick the alright, let's just slow this one down a little bit. Yeah, I agonised all day over this, whether I needed to or because I already had the twin. But it's unusual with its triple motor, and you know, but yeah, I do regret buying it. Would I fly it again? Yeah, occasionally I think I will. I liked the cargo layout with the cargo. I think that you know, the modelling that they've done with the plane load of cargo, that makes it a little bit better when it comes to role playing. But there's no passengers modelled. which is a shame. At least before, with the Britten Northern Islander 2, the twin, at least you had one passenger. Okay, she was a bit spooky looking over your shoulder, but, you know, there was one, but we get no passengers. So, again, that's a little disappointing, particularly when you look at, you know, with the Kodiak. You load that one up with passengers, you see passengers in your cockpit or in your cabin. So, but anyway, let's just drop some flaps here. Let's get this one down. Yeah, she's very, again, like the usual one, she's quite gentle, easy to fly, easy to bring in. So let's just bring in some more flaps. Now, as you can see, just drop the flaps and the nose starts coming up a little bit, which is really good. Now just got to make sure my speed's good. Yep, that's all right. Little bit of stutters at here at Sydney, which is nothing unusual. Down you come, baby. There you go. We're down. Somebody's trolling me. Don't know who it is because I got my nameplates turned off. Sorry about that, whoever that is. Let me know in the comments, whoever you are. So, yeah, this is the Britten Northern Islander Trilander. Do I recommend you buying it? Unless you want something different and prepared to pay the price, no. But if you do want something different, by all means go ahead, it's your money, not mine. Mind you, I've already spent mine, so not much else I can say on that one. So, here we are at Sydney, and on that note, please like, comment, subscribe. Come join the Discord, we can talk about this aircraft a bit more. Tell me if I'm right, tell me if I'm wrong. And as always, please, everyone, because I know there's a few of my flying friends out there who have not been well, and I hope they all get well very soon. And everyone, please stay safe.